Hello everybody, my name is Kirill Cherkashin. I work at Lab49. Today I'm going to talk about Chrome and Chrome DevTools, and it will be live presentations, so I'll try to do things live. This is an overview of things we're going to cover today, and I would like to start with Workspaces. I do have some zooming functionality there, so if you guys cannot see, let me know. So what are Workspaces? Workspaces allow us to map our project files with files on local hard drive. They're really easy to set up. We can do it right now. So we go to Sources in DevTools, we right-click anywhere, and we hit Add Folder to Workspace. Then we navigate to Folder. The second step would be map one of the existing files to files on the hard drive. Just right-click and map to file system resource. Once I do this, DevTools will get restarted and ready to go. DevTools is smart enough to find location of other files relative to the file I just mapped, and hopefully it will work now. So now I'm going to change the color of the header to red. And now when I refresh my presentation, it will get saved on the hard drive. So this is written to my file. You can do it not only with CSS. For example, I have a SAS file on the background, so it's set up to compile and change. And now if I command click on the color, it will bring me to exactly the place where the variable is declared. And now I can change it to, let's say, blue. Once I saved it, it compiled and updated automatically.
I'm probably because he knew the hex of blue.
By the way, yeah.
You have live reload, or this is Chrome compiling?
This is Chrome, so I don't have any live reload installed.
And which SAS compiler is it using?
Ooh. I just have SAS installed. It's a Ruby gem. I just Ruby gem installed SAS. And then
so as long as there's a SAS in your path, is that the idea, or?
Oh, so let me show you. I just installed SAS compiler, and I have it running in the background.
Oh, okay.
So I gave it exactly file and where I want to put it.
So Chrome edits the SAS, but your background watcher turns that into CSS.
Correct.
And then Chrome notices your CSS change,
Correct.
and it reloads. Cool.
That's
Wow.
it. That's it.
Cool.
Sorry, is this unstable or is this on Canary?
This is unstable. It's been there for like half a year already.
Why do you think you're all here right now?
So when I subscribed to do this talk, it was like very new thing. By the way, talking about hex colors, there is a game called What the Color by Lee Vero. So it basically lets you guess the actual color. That's pretty cool. I played it, I can guess color in like 1 minute or something. And it's not just CSS, we can do HTML as well. So, simple example, let's find this slide.
How did you just do that thing where you open up the file?
This will be the next slide.
Okay.
So here I can say hello New York HTML5. I hope I typed it right. And then here it is. So it's an HTML file, it's saved on the hard drive. The same thing with JavaScript. I'll do a little trick here. There is a button called Pause Script Execution. I click it, and whatever I do with JavaScript now, it will stop there. So let me click on the slide. So it's stopped on the click handler, and here, let's say I would do alert flow. Once I saved, Chrome recompiles this function and runs it. So hello is here, and every time I click it, it will run. So this is all cool, but a lot of times people use DevTools just to try some things. I mean, I want to add padding here, I want to change the color, and I want to save this. So there are two things which can be done here. First one, every time you change something, let me make it right. You can do Command Z, and it will just undo it, which is simple enough. The second cool thing is there is local history, local modifications history. And what it gives us divs for all the changes.
Oh my goodness.
Don't get too excited, it's a little buggy. Let me try to So now when I try to apply revision content, yeah, I didn't change anything. But yeah, but you can do it. Yeah, you can look at it. It's very cool. Oh. Now,
You scroll down.
let me remove this outlet from here. Okay. So now how did I get to this file? Once we have this file saving, it's pretty much an IDE, and we want to navigate across our code. So there are certain shortcuts we can use. There is fuzzy search for a file name, so if I hit Command O, I can search for any file. Let me search for underscore. I have it in my slides. Now when I found underscore, I can search for all the functions it has inside. We use Command Shift O. So I can search for each, for example. Another thing.
Obsolete method.
There is a bug actually in DevTools, one more bug. So here, it has double assignment. There is map and collect. DevTools only see the second one, and if I search for map, it won't find it. And it's been like there for half a year. Another cool feature is searching for files. I was working with Eclipse at some point, and the search there was really slow. So this thing literally saved my life a lot of times. And it's Control-Shift-F. Control-Alt-F. Okay, so there is a search panel here. And let me search for all headers of second level. Here, there. It also allows to use regular expression. So if I search for H and some digit, it will find headers of all levels. One of my personal favorite features is being able to navigate across all the cursor position in DevTools. So if I do Command Option plus or minus, it will take me through all the places where I can. And this is really helpful. Oh, sorry for that. Next thing. Yeah, so this is a joke related to my Empire.js talk, so I can see who's been there. Next thing I'd like to talk about are snippets. Basically, snippets are pieces of code you can reuse across different websites in your browser. And they're pretty cool when you're debugging something and you want to run something which is more than one line. Console is not that comfortable there, and this is where you can do snippets. It also can be used if you want to try something really quick instead of just spin or just fill. And let's see how we can use it. So a simple example here. Imagine we want to debug some website and we want to try to do something with jQuery. Let's do this meetup website. So here, there is no jQuery. Yeah, so jQuery is sweet site. Which is not bad, maybe it's not exposed. So if I go to source the snippets, I have a jQuery snippet here. And when I run it, I have jQuery in my console, so jQuery. And now I can do things like hide body, or like show back, or like it with backlinks. Whatever, like any standard jQuery. And you can do the same as underscore and other libraries as well. There are a couple of other sweet snippets. One of them is console save. So now I just run it, and if I go to the console, I can say console.save. And whatever JSON is here, let's say a equals 1. So it created a file, and it put the JSON right there. So it's really great if you want to debug and send something to a friend. This is something that's really helpful.
The same style of the cookie function. You have the copy function?
So basically you go to sources panel and there is snippets section, and here are all the snippets I use. So one of them you just have to click on it and you have to run it here. That's it. So now I have Codesafe in my console. And there are more, like there is a snippet which converts all images to data URLs. There is a snippet which gives you all colors on the web page. And I put links, so my slides are uploaded. I will give you a link in Twitter after the talk. So there are two collections of snippets, one by Paul Irish and one by Brian Grinstead. Yeah, so there are tons of them.
Wow.
And some of them are doing pretty cool things. And so now let's talk about settings. First place where you probably want to go is Chrome flags. I have it open here. The most interesting thing here is DevTools experiments. So I search for DevTools.
That's a little strong. There's a lot of interesting stuff.
The most interesting for this talk. Yeah, there is a lot of interesting stuff there. You can enable experimental ES6 features. That's probably what Dominic wanted to hear. And once we enabled our experiments, in DevTools settings, we can go to Experiments tab. And there are all the cool new features which will be available in stable version without this flag in maybe like half of a year. And it's really nice to play with it. And in general, I recommend it to just go into settings and see what is there. They keep adding new interesting things. And another great tab is shortcuts. Let me show you a couple of more interesting ones. So when we're in the Elements panel, and we will have any node selected, we can just toggle its visibility using H. It's as simple. The cool thing about it, all it basically does, it adds some class name here. So what we can do, we can assign some, and now let's make it background. So now when I hit H, it will toggle background instead of hiding it, which can be really cool for debugging. Other thing, inspecting nodes. Probably a lot of people use it, but it basically, if you click this icon or use Command-Shift-C shortcut, it allows you to inspect the elements. And the cool feature here, it shows you exact dimensions of elements, the tag name, class name, if any. And it also shows margins, which are orange here, and paddings, which are green. And it's really great for debugging layout. When you're debugging something, and let me run one of the snippets. So here, imagine I'm debugging something, and I want to see what will be the results of this thing. I just select it, and I hit Ctrl-Shift-E, and the result will be in the console. If I want to watch something, so let me get in. So here I have this H2 inner HTML. Basically in this snippet, all we're doing, we're iterating over all the headers in our document. And if I want to watch it, I just hit Ctrl-Shift-A, and it adds it to watch expressions. So now when I continue, every time I hit the breakpoint, I will get a new value here. And if you feel like you get stuck in debugging something and you want to skip all the breakpoints, there is this nifty button which skips all breakpoints for half of a second. Another nice option is having multiple users in Chrome. I know a lot of people use it, but some people just don't know about it. To add it, just go to Settings and add new user. There it is. Yeah, so now I get 2 users here. And why do I want to have separate users? Because every user has all different configuration, all different plugins, different cookies, different browser history, everything is different. So if I want to test some website with 3 different users, that's probably something I want to use. Another option would be to use
How did you get the users?
select. Yeah, so I go to settings. And it's also useful not just for developing, like if I have personal Gmail and work Gmail, that's something I use it for. There is also incognito mode, basically no plugins, no cookies, nothing. It's also great to test something if you need different users. DevTools are written in JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, and it's really easy to extend them. And at some point somebody figured out, oh, well, it's just CSS, I can create the custom themes. And they came up with a list over it. Yeah, they come up with all possible themes, like there are dark themes, there are themes for anybody. And later, DevTools people noticed that and they said, oh, now we have an API. So now there are installable plugins in Chrome App Store, which are actually themes, but there are not much of them there yet. There are multiple cool extensions for DevTools. I'm not going to show any of them just to save some time, but there is CoffeeScript console, there is ES6 repo, there is terminal where you can use like your operation system terminal in DevTools if you want to run some script really fast. It's pretty cool. There are grunt and gulp console, which basically allow you to run gulp or grunt tasks in your DevTools. There is DevJazz hint extension, and there are a lot of specific for framework extensions, like something for Angular, Ember, Breakbones, you name it. Chrome is also extensible, but probably everybody knows this. There is Eyedropper if you want to test IE. There are extensions like Live Reload, Pixel Perfect, and different color pickers and measurements. And I compiled a set of links if you guys want to stay up to date. There is a website called Chromium Status rather. So here it shows which version of Chrome gets which functionality, and you can see what is in development, what is just proposed, what's coming next in the canary. There are links for 3 people, Paul Irish, Elias Mani, who are developers of DevTools, and this guy, Umar Hansa, who has a lot of tutorials and keeps on new functionality. I put more links, and there will be in slides. And that's pretty much it. My name is Kirill Cherkashin, and I have this clicking tool. I was said I couldn't use it today, so I think we have more time, and I would like to share just 3 completely unrelated to Chrome and DevTools things, but I think they're pretty cool. So first one came with new Firefox Nightly. Now they have Eyedropper. So basically, you don't need any plugins. You can, in Firefox DevTools, you can just go and find the color of any element on the screen. Second cool thing is audio breakpoints. It's not a real thing yet, it's an experiment. Somebody did it with Firefox. As you can see here, you can put conditional breakpoint and play a note when something happens. And it's pretty cool. There is video out there, so like, I can wait until somebody with musical talents will discover that, and I want to see what will happen. The last thing is remote debug initiative. So basically, we have different browsers, and every browser has its own debugger tools. And every debugger tools have their own protocol. And there is a guy who's saying, like, Kenneth Auschenberg, he's saying, like, it's not cool. Why don't we use the same protocol, everybody? And he created a bridge. So here you can see how he's debugging Firefox in Chrome DevTools. So that's a cool thing. And browser people are not entirely happy with this idea. I don't know why. But that's it. And that's it for me. Thank you.
So the IEA tab, if I remember correctly, you have to be on a PC with IE installed?
Yes, you can do it on Mac.
Okay.
The first example with the SAS and mapping the sources within Chrome, did you have the live reload extension in Chrome, or is that something built into Chrome?
It's built into Chrome, but I had SAS compiler running in the background.
So you didn't need the live reload?
No.
To kind of add to that, I came across something called Takana, where it will actually compile the streams per every keystroke, so you don't even have to hit save. So theoretically, you could be live editing per keystroke in DevTools with a preprocessor.
That's pretty
Just
cool.
throw that out.
Questions? Thank you.